Hey, true believers, Englentine here. We just got out of AMC down here at Disney. Just saw Avengers End Game. I am here with my brothers and my nephew, and I'm sure they're going to chime in also. Usually I do this beside a fountain, but security's coming for us. But unfortunately, we are on a timetable today, so we're going to do this a little bit mobile. And I'm sure 4chan can find out where we live from this. But, okay, so where to start? First of all, full disclosure, we got there a little bit late. We missed, I think, the first 5 minutes or so. By the I don't know how much I didn't check my watch, but by the time we got there, Tony Stark has already come to Earth. And by that, I mean literally.
So spoiler warning.
Landed. Well, everybody, that's not a spoiler.
Jared and I actually watched the rescue, so.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I didn't get that part, but my brother and nephew did. But so that's how much I missed, and from that point on,
I gotta say, the road is doing wonders for your.
Yeah, I know what's but okay, so what to say about this? Once again, I'm gonna start off as spoiler-free as possible and just tell you this thing was so freaking cool. This is, as my brother said earlier, it's full of fan service, and it works. It absolutely works. There are moments that I was audible in my cheering.
Yeah, same here.
And that, yeah, that was theater wide.
Yeah, it was the entire theater.
Seriously, yes, yes. There were moments where there was one. I don't want to spoil it, but you see something from the Silver Age that older people were like, "Oh, I get that." It's like, you know, Captain America. I get that reference. I get that reference. They do that. Not only, and I will say this: the Stan Lee cameo, man, was freaking awesome. That was really cool as well. Once again, this is the first part of this is going to be spoiler free as possible. Let's get past something that a lot of people were afraid of, and I'm gonna alleviate your fears. So if you were like not wanting to see it because of this, go see the movie. Carol Danvers does not get the Thanos kill shot. Captain Marvel does not get the. She's used, and you can even say she's Deus Ex Machina.
Deus Ex Machina.
Okay, either way, point being is she gets her moment to shine, but so does everybody else. There are 50 million characters in this movie, and every one of them gets a chance to be awesome and cool, which I actually thought was one of the big things missing from the Justice League. You want to know why that movie sucked? Because they didn't give a moment to shine to all the characters. A holy crap moment where everybody's like, woohoo! And this one, you got it. And I gotta say, my favorite is Doctor Strange's. You'll get that moment when he yes, that was what raw-rawed me. Not gonna spoil it, but that was my favorite.
The Ant-Man thing in the final fight.
That, yes, okay, that is cool too. But that's the whole point. There are so many cool moments, and if you've been watching all of the films, everybody knows this is the last chapter of the last 10 years. But here's the thing, it really did something that I didn't think it would do. I always thought, and I've said this before, you don't have to watch the movies in chronological order. They are their own franchises. Captain America has 3 movies. Thor has 3 movies. You know, they are their own franchises. Captain America is the only one whose 3 movies tells one story, though. But here's the thing. This movie made it so they are now chronological. I truly think that this movie made it so all of them, everything that happened in every movie before is so important. You have to watch them in order to get the whole story. That is, I think, Endgame's strength, and I think some people are going to see it as a weakness. I don't see it that way, because ultimately they are telling you that the last 10 years tells one story, and it works. And this movie is the perfect exclamation point. Yeah. This is not a period on the last 10 years of Marvel movies. This is an exclamation point.
This is going to sound a little weird for people who aren't familiar with it, but you know how, what was it, the last book of the Dark Tower series, Stephen King effectively turns everything he's ever written.
Dude, spoilers, no. Okay.
But he effectively, with that last book, he turns every single story he's ever written into one long story.
Oh, okay, so like
that's
The Shining, the whole nine. So yeah,
that's
and
what
it works
with
here.
This movie.
It works here. Everybody's got a chance to shine there. I got to admit, well, like I said, Captain Marvel doesn't have the kill shot, but I really thought they were going to go with it because she does show up and she does confront Thanos, and it was like, oh no, no, and then he ragdolls her. You know, yeah, spoiler alert. You know what? From here on in, guys, you get the point. You hear the excitement in my voice. If you are attached to these movies, at least you're gonna love these things.
Stop watching now.
Yeah. At this point in time, let's talk about spoilers. Let's talk about some cool moments. Let's talk about, is there anything you didn't like? I myself.
Where's Adam Warlock?
Where's Adam Warlock?
Where's Adam Warlock?
I think Adam Warlock did get turned into Captain Marvel, I believe. Oh, you know, okay, I'm gonna bring up one more thing, and this is spoiler. So, you know, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the spoiler talk. One other thing that people were afraid of is they've said that the future of the Marvel universe is female, and
oh boy,
they have the A-Force in this. They do have the A-Force, and you know what? It is bad ass. I liked it.
It was a March of the Trenchcoat Brigade, and every last one of them were women. It was like, yeah, let's let them be badass.
Personally, I felt like I got hit over the head with an anvil when they did that. It worked. Don't get me wrong. It worked. But it was still anvilicious. They were tossing the anvil. You know, Marvel female, and here they all are. But it still worked.
Yeah, they definitely do. You know, if you are chasing social justice warrior ghosts, you're going to be offended by that.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, oh my gosh, they were so SJW. Why? But if you're going with a flow, man, I mean, they had, first of all, these are not characters who didn't earn it.
I wasn't offended by it. I just couldn't help but notice it. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I understand that. But these are characters. That way.
Sure.
Yes, yep. I do this all the time.
All right.
I come to Disney all the time. Okay, but anyway, these are not characters who did not earn their moment to shine. They've been in movies before. They've done what they needed to do to get this cool moment. And yes, they had, it was something where they said to Carol Danvers, she needs to get the Infinity Gauntlet somewhere. And they said, you can't do this alone. She says, don't worry. And who was it that popped up? It was Scarlet Witch says, don't worry, she has help. And Scarlet Witch comes down, and then she's surrounded by all the women of the Avengers. And they do their job, and it looks awesome.
Oh, let's talk about Scarlet Witch finally being shown
Holy
to be the
Toledo,
yes.
Yes. You want to talk about, see, here's the thing. Carol Danvers flies down, she grabs onto Thanos' hands, and she's like, woo, I'm going to kick your ass. And this is the moment I'm like, oh God, they're not going to do this.
And they didn't.
And then, like I said, Thanos ragdolls the f out of her. He does. He is like done. And the reason why I thought that she was gonna get the kill shot is because Thanos does that headbutt thing, like that Superman Wonder Woman headbutt thing, and
she no-sells it.
Yeah, she's like, and, but then he beats the snot out of her, and it was, and. Okay, where were we? The battery, my memory card got full, so I don't know how much of that you got. So where were we? We were talking about Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch was finally portrayed as what she is, which is one of the most powerful characters in the Marvel Universe.
And she comes down and she's like, you took everything from me. And Thanos literally looks at her and goes, I don't know who you are. And
she said, you will.
She says, you will. And she beats the shit out of him. He pulls a little. Had to pull basically he had to remove his underwear without removing his pants in order to get out of the situation that Scarlet Witch put him in. She could have ended the show, is what we're saying right there. She was the Deus Ex Machina. But holy Toledo, she did get a chance. That was her moment. Captain America, just you know what? There was one line that was missing that I would like that was in the comic books, and that was Thanos realizing that he's the human of the group, and saying, "How is it that the lesser of you guys are causing the most trouble?" But I understand why they didn't show that, because in the comics it's Captain America. He's the Avenger guy. But in the movies it's Iron Man. Iron Man's the Avenger guy to the people who watch the movies. And I understand that. Although they properly gave the words to Captain America. I think he is the only one who really could have pulled off Avengers Assemble. You will hear these words. Holy shit. And you know what? See it this weekend, and I guarantee you that your theater is going to erupt when those words are spoken. Yeah, ours did. Ours. What were some cheer moments? It was the Stan Lee cameo got a huge cheer. Avengers Assemble got a huge cheer. The Doctor Strange.
The hammer.
The hammer. When Captain America wields Thor's hammer.
When he summons it when Thor summons it in Asgard.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm worthy. But Thor is spending a lot of he's in self-pity because he didn't go for the head, so to speak. And in his tenure as king, he lost a quarter, 3/4 of his people. So he's kind of wallowing. And when he's able to hold his hammer, it's a moment. But the Doctor Strange moment is when everything's bleakest. You hear this, you hear in Captain America's little earpiece, "Cap, it's Falcon." And then it says, "To your left," and you start seeing the Doctor Strange rings.
The sling ring.
The sling, and just Doctor Strange brings everybody, to quote The Professional, everyone, and it's just a moment. And I guarantee you, you're going to be cheering in that part as well. But yeah, once again, if you haven't seen this movie, I feel sorry for you if you've made it this far into the review.
But yeah, no, the ultimate stand-up and cheer moment for this film was when, Thanos is stabbing Thor with his own axe, and out of nowhere, Mjolnir comes in and bashes him in the face. And when it pops back, it's Cap.
With the shield and the hammer.
With the shield in one hand and the hammer in the other.
And Thor's like, "I knew it."
and the crowd, that was the stand-up and cheer moment.
Yes.
It really was.
Yes, what a fan. This movie, for a Marvel Universe fan, this movie was absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. For somebody chasing ghosts, you're not going to like a lot of it. For a comic book fan and a Marvel Universe, Marvel MCU, whatever you want to call it, fan, it's over the freaking top. It is everything it was supposed to be. And that's good enough, but I think it was everything it was supposed to be and more. It did things I didn't think it was going to do. Did a couple of things, or didn't do a couple of things I wish it did, but not enough to make me not like the movie.
Tony reconciling with his father.
Oh, that was such a great scene. Yeah, that was really nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of character scenes in this as well. Oh, and here's one thing. Hawkeye gets to be a badass.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody kind of laughs, and he even makes a joke of it in Age of Ultron.
What the hell am I doing here?
What the hell am I doing here? I'm fighting robots. I've got a bow and arrow. He gets to be a badass throughout this movie.
You get the feeling that that Jeremy Renner finally went, "Look, guys, I've been in 2 of these already, and I haven't really been that effective. I want to be a badass finally." And they're like, "Yeah,
okay,
all right,
sure, no, we'll do that. We'll let you be. We'll let you be." So yeah, over anything you guys want to add to this, since we spoiled the hell out of it? Did you like it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend this. It's such a great capper to the whole Marvel line. Let them here's the thing, if you were looking for this, if you're like, oh, well, you know, after this movie, I'm done. Okay, this is a good in spot.
Yes, so that is something. I'm at the point now where I want to see what happens in the next Avengers movie, and there's not going to be another Avengers movie. Whipped, you know, I want to know what. Okay, fine. You know, the characters we lost, we've lost.
What's the aftermath?
But what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? That's my question.
Yeah, we didn't. There's a lot that we didn't spoil. And there's a lot that says something about the future of Marvel that we didn't spoil.
They set up, that set up at the end. No, well, I won't spoil it, but that they set up that one specific thing.
I didn't know how I felt about that, in all honesty, because I know how I do feel about it in the comic books. But I'm more okay with it in the movies than I was in the comic books. Well, I don't know why.
You've always known that I've been okay with that.
Yeah.
Because it's an earned thing. You know, it's something, well, and I understand your reasoning, but at the same time, I believe that if there was anyone...
Yeah, that's the argument I keep getting as well. If any, it's kind of like, you're okay with Nightwing, but... And here's the thing, here's my problem with it. And you know what, fuck it, here's the spoiler. Once again, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They give Falcon the shield. Here's the problem I have in the comic books. They gave Falcon the shield and then treated him as if he was Captain America. And I understand he's got the outfit of Captain America, but he's still Sam. He's not Steve Rogers. And they treated him as if he was Black Steve Rogers. And I always get, well, you're okay when Nightwing takes over for Batman. That's because they treat him like Nightwing is wearing the Batman outfit.
Yeah.
And every time that I've read that, and that was my big problem with Falcon. And it's not just how they treated Sam Wilson in the comics. It's how people looked at Sam Wilson in the Cap outfit. They looked at him as if he's Steve Rogers. If Steve Rogers, in the Nomad costume or in his civilian clothing, Steve Rogers should be able to inspire people. That's him. Otherwise, it's not the person, it's the costume, and then it doesn't matter who's wearing it. And that's where I have the big problem. But for some reason, I get it in the movies a lot more than I do in the comic books. But anyway, yeah, definitely going to shut this down a little bit because I think this turned into a 15-minute. We spoiled the hell out of it.
And now that we've given them a driving tour of Kissimmee, Florida.
Yep. But there you go, gang. Check out the film. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. And, well, that wasn't how I normally do it, is it?
No.
Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go on over to Ko-Fi or to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, help us keep making videos for you. And don't forget to click on one of the videos that are popping up right about now to tell you, hey, check this one out too, it's cool. And it's true, it's cool. Cool things happen around these parts. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that, and to everyone, all the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.